They say at WhatCulture, everyone's got a gimmick. An eel. A drink. A podcast that can be controlled. But the great ones, they use it to their advantage. They own it. They've got them right where they want them. The rest just haven't figured it out yet.
See, guys, anything's possible in the pyramid.
So, Uno!
Wait, are we not playing poker?
Well, this didn't work. Do you go back to Vegas?
Yeah?
Okay.
Welcome back to fabulous WhatCulture Mania Las Vegas. 4 nights, free entry. You'll be getting WrestleMania ups and downs live in the Luxor Hotel and Casino, and start spreading the news because we're bringing Raw and SmackDown watch parties to New York, New York. Plus, there will be even more huge announcements coming soon, so sign up and be the first to know.
Yes, anything really is possible in the pyramid.
Hello and welcome to the NXT review. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by another one of the Dudley boys, Michael Sidgwick from WhatCulture, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of NXT. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We do daily wrestling podcasts where we're not on the show, formerly known as NXT 2.0. Oh! There's someone out right. Oh, pregnant. Down. AEW Dynamite. Pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete with a very good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Michael Sidgwick to review last night's NXT. Noteworthy episode, Sidge.
Honestly, I was in disbelief watching the last 5 to 7 minutes of this program.
You weren't the only one.
I say this with no hyperbole whatsoever. No hyperbole whatsoever. And I feel like, because I've been on a crusade to bury WWE correctly.
Okay.
I feel like there has been I know people want it to fail because they like AEW more. You'd have to be a fool not to have figured out how all of this works, right? AEW doesn't tell stories. Well, WWE's as bad as it was under Vince now. I mean, don't be stupid. Okay. So as part of my ongoing crusade to bury WWE correctly, okay, I have tried to be a little bit less prone to just really extreme opinion, right? Therefore, I feel like with a decent amount of credibility, in my opinion, I can say, having not gone too hard, too early, I'm taking it slow, the psychology of the burial, well, here's the big finish. There was the main event segment of NXT last night was excruciatingly bad on nothing less than the level of Bailey, This Is Your Life, The Old Day. Just pick your most cringeworthy late 2010s Vince McMahon produced WWE segment. The main event segment of NXT was as bad. It's maybe if not worse, because they should know better. There isn't a dude with brain worms in his 70s producing this. There's someone who is very talented, well, I used to think that, performing it. I was in disbelief by how bad this was. I had a good time.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I'm
a hater.
I don't like to show it, but I tend to skew more positive for this show. I try and see the best in it. And I'm bit of a stand-up for NXT kind of guy. Even I can't defend this. It was absolutely atrocious. I often watch NXT with my jaw agape, but for different reasons, this main event had me stunned. Because like you say, the people involved in it, how has no one gone, right, I get it, it's meant to be bad, but Jesus Christ.
I mean, on one level, it was the single most successful wrestling segment ever produced and performed. Yes. On one level, I mean, if you want to be completely strict and pedantic about it, then yes. Look, I don't rate Hickenbottom as a booker. I don't. He's coherent though. He can tell a coherent story in an absolutely stupid heightened world. I'll give him that. He's prone to making idiotic decisions. But like the thing about Hickenbottom is like the difference with this segment, I guess, and the infamous latter period brain rot Vince ones is like there was a vindictiveness behind those Vince ones where it's like he didn't give a shit about Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there and look at her. She's not Trish Stratus. I can't comprehend a Bayley. Therefore, I will ridicule a Bayley because I perceive her to be this weakling, and I get off on getting her embarrassed. Right? That mean-spirited, awful undertone was missing from this Ricky Sainz thing, which must have made it worse because it was a more uncomfortable watch.
I literally, yeah. I mean, like you say, I was begging Joe Hendry to show up and twat him with a guitar. We all knew the way it was going.
I wanted to see how far they could go.
And I was like, okay, we'll get to it. But there's a bit where he's like, come and do this. And I'm like, thank God. And then a guy just comes in, I don't know, fixes his microphone or whatever. And I'm like, not more. Not more.
Tell you what, like, considering he was...
I said this to you in the office. I love NXT, and I love a lot of the people involved in it. I think this is the worst thing they've done since, and this is not saying that becoming this was a bad thing, but since it became 2.0, this is the worst thing I've seen.
You're the wrong person for this question, which is rhetorical because there are so many examples, but think of the ground that covers. Bron Breaker once got ate by Druids.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, actually. No, but you enjoyed an element of that.
Yes, because of the it's so goofy and ridiculous.
But this wasn't the so bad it's good.
Nah, this was awful to watch this. And I'll tell you what, like Ricky Sainz...
Booker T saved this segment in the best it could be saved.
He didn't. He just said one line along with Ricky Sainz funny.
And you and I popped it when we watched it.
Okay, yeah, we watched it the second time this morning at Show Murray. I will say, right, this dude, Ricky Starks, when he was Ricky Starks, was once considered... like nothing less. If you think back to what was it, Winter is Coming 2022, the MJF match, he was considered nothing less than like the next big thing, and this followed all of his great work in Team Taz.
We said a year on from that he could win the world title.
Yeah, I mean, God, he is going out of style.
I don't know what's going on, because I thought the issue was the babyface run, which I was more of a fan of than most, but like I was like, here he goes, he's hit his groove as a heel, and we've talked literally last week about how we love this stable of Vanity Project, Ethan Page, Ricky Sainz being a bit of an arsehole, Ethan Page knocking it out of the park every week, and the Vanity Project learning from these two. Jesus. Anyway, we'll get to that. We've got to start at the beginning of this show, because it started pretty well. New champ, Myles Borne, North American champion, comes out. He's got a suit on. He's got his belt over his shoulder. He's quite rightly getting "You Deserve It" chants. I think, did Dave rate that as well? I think he went 3.5 on...
oh, good for them.
On the match.
I don't know. I didn't.
He definitely... Because I was looking this up for something yesterday. He definitely thought that the Swipe Right boys winning the tag titles was better than Samoa Joe and CM Punk at All In. I think he went 3 and 3. Funny. But yeah, Borne says, "Damn, it feels good to hold this title and hear my name announced as champion. Oh yeah, I heard that one loud and clear. Crowd love him, obviously." He says normally, obviously, the champ comes out and is grateful and talks about the sob story, effectively, of how he got here. But not tonight. Been down that road. Everyone knows what he's been through to get here. And instead of thanking his family and friends and fans for supporting him, he wants to thank his biggest hater for doubting him. "Thank you, Ethan Page," he says. "You taught me I lacked a killer instinct, but that just poured gasoline on a fire inside of me, and you unleashed a demon. Can you hear me now?" Which is new catchphrase, obviously. Ethan Page comes out and says, "I can hear you, but all I heard was you thanking me for you winning that title. Maybe you should repay me with a rematch for the title, because you kind of got lucky last week. And if there's anyone in that locker room who deserves a rematch, it's the guy that carried this brand for the last 2 years." And Borne says, "You know what? You want a rematch? I'll go and talk to the GM and sort it out." But Page wants the match tonight. Mm-hmm. Out comes the new NXT GM, whose name actually escapes me right now.
It's Robert Stone.
A busy night for him.
He's getting stressed out.
He says, "All right, you can have the match, but you're both in your not in wrestling gear. Maybe we should go and put that on. But no. Myles fancies it now. So does Ethan. He's taking his jacket off. Let's get a referee out. Let's have it in suit trousers, I suppose. We get straight into it. They spill outside the ring after the referee's sent out there. Borne's really fired, obviously, batters Ethan Page on the desk, and we cut to a break. When we come back, Borne fights back against Ethan Page.
Come back.
Indeed. Borne rips at his clothing as Page is trying to get
What's
away
that?
from him.
I know what a comeback is.
Yeah. It's everyone loves a comeback, don't they? Seabiscuit. Page gets his trousers ripped off, and there's his belts there. He takes the belt. Referee grabs that away from him, but he nails Borne with a belt buckle.
Wall up.
But Borne kicks out at 2, puts him in an ankle lock. Page kicks him away, and in the process, Ethan's got his pants and all this, gives them to the ref, and in all the chaos of the referee getting distracted with all of this, Borne hands the referee Page's what's left of his trousers.
State.
Huh? I can't remember whose trousers were coming off at this point.
Got the wrong trousers, Gromit.
Exactly. Basically, he twats Ethan Page with his shoe, hits the board again, and gets the 1, 2, 3.
I saw this on SmackDown. Saw this on SmackDown a few months ago, didn't I?
Greatness echoes greatness. Cody Rhodes, not a bad person to follow.
I'll tell you what, I liked Myles Borne's promo a lot. Because I think we discussed when he first cut that promo to basically tell the televised audience, I'm getting pushed. Here's kind of why you should probably sympathize with or get behind me. Like a story about growing up deaf and, this incredibly difficult journey he's had. What did he do after that? I like this. I hate so much putting Hickenbottom over as a booker because every single week there's some dumbass logic gap or other. Good character development, this.
Yeah.
Good character development. They've got the crowd on board and they're not relying too much on one defining aspect, which he himself says, I do not want to be defined by this. Now they've added the idea of you're not going to be a prick with a sense of humor as well. And it's honestly, genuinely, and again, because of their historical record of being a legitimately evil company in so many ways, I begrudge being fair to them because on this solitary occasion, they've done something nice and progressive, and I think it's genuinely really cool.
I love Myles Borne, man.
And it doesn't feel like a gimmick. It felt like he was potentially cratering and just getting lost in the mix. But then they booked him again. It doesn't feel like they've really forced it because it makes them look good. It's like he's had a run. It's had some highs and lows. Did it feel like it was going to happen at one point? Yeah, actually then, not really. And then he's got himself back. I really, really, really like this promo and the presentation. The wrestling and suit stuff. Basically, he's watched his mate produce SmackDown, Hickenbottom, and thought, I'll do that at some point. It's the sort of thing that, it can't feel like the spontaneous cool thing when it's now a device across WWE. And the match was just...
Genuine question, you might not know the answer to this. Do you buy a specific suit to wrestling, i.e. do they gimmick it so that they can have the spots with it? Or do they just buy a quite cheap suit and go, it'll probably bust up if you rip at it enough?
As I understand it, and this has always been the case in the Fed, I don't know if you can expense it or what, or if it's just, how the contracts aren't amazing. Other athletes in lesser viewed sports get paid more. And historically, it's always been, they've always been underpaid. And, their own travel expenses, they have to sort that out. I've always been under the impression that they just pay for their own gear, which makes Seth Rollins a bigger mark for WWE than I ever thought. And he's used half of his earnings to look like a... So my answer would be, I reckon they've, to be honest, a lot of them wear suits and they get physical all the time, even if they don't have an impromptu match like they did here. So I mean, you got to be stupid if out of your own pocket you are buying a really nice suit. They always look the business. I
Yeah.
can't remember the last time I saw a wrestler in a suit. I thought you just look like looks like a cheap suit. But to be honest, you can get
Like when you used to see footballers in suits in like the mid-noughties, and you're like, who's that? Whose suit are you wearing?
Yeah.
Not for you.
To be fair, you can get good. I don't know what's like stateside, but in the UK, you can get. They've worked out suits. You can get a decent suit on a budget now.
Idea of Myles Borne going back into like Moss Bros.
Yeah, it's going to top, man. There's no such thing anymore, is there?
No, R.I.P. Moss Bros was definitely where we got like our
Prom
sixth
suits.
form prom suits
Prom.
or whatever.
Well, how was your prom?
How was it?
Yeah, I just want to know.
We talked about. Oh, you weren't here when I was talking about being prom king and head boy and all that.
You head boy.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, actually, the head boy. You just want to make a joke about oral sex.
No, I was genuinely the head boy.
Right. Prom king.
It was just
Ginger?
yeah, I was going to say, as I mentioned.
That's all right.
it's
I
either-
love gingers. My son's one.
Yeah.
So, like...
How can I be offensive towards them?
Yeah.
I think it was either a pity vote and also it's a thin on the ground when it was a tough
You're a
choice.
charismatic, tall guy. I can see it.
Mm.
We were trying to decide how many people actually went to his school.
yeah.
And was he like homeschooled? Is that what the secret is?
Yay.
Prom king,
Thanks,
head
one.
boy,
So did
mum's
you,
head
did
teacher.
you bang the prom queen?
No, definitely not. She was one of those. she was the, like, you know this actually from your time at uni. She was like a mate who lived down the road from me.
Ah.
So it was just like, what, Lex? No, that's not how that works.
No,
And also,
no.
she's her boyfriend Todd, who she's still with, would probably have had words about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Come on then, off we go.
It's tradition. So, my prom was crap. It was called the Leavers Ball.
Mm.
It was just in the Marriott Hotel, Gated. There's loads of them. It's a chain.
I was going to say, I've been to a Marriott.
Yeah, it was just at a Marriott, the function room.
Yeah.
Me and Hamlet have told these kinds of stories before. We were at the age where we would buy the enemy. Oh, don't they look cool with their tight jeans and stuff? Why do I look like Fred Durst? Like, why can't you get these in the shops yet? It sucks, actually.
Yeah. I'll wear a suit jacket and a tie, but I'll wear a t-shirt underneath.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I somehow wanted to look like that back then. So I just felt like I hadn't worked out how to use hair straighteners yet, but I knew the hair I wanted. I didn't know the tools to get the hair yet. I knew that I didn't look like I could be in the enemy. I looked like, I was just like, I used to walk around for 6 months. How do you get this clobber? I'm really, so I didn't feel the business in my suit. So I look like David Byrne from Stop Making Sense, right?
I was picturing you doing the dance now.
Just doing that. And like, it was a pretty, like the Marriott in Gates, and it's near the Metro Centre. It's like, looks like the old Titan Towers, that stretch.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it looks like now, but there used to be this stretch of like pretty cool looking buildings near the Gateshead Metro Centre that looked like Titan Towers with the reflectors.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
I thought, it looks like Titan Towers. I'm looking like the business down here. Pretty crappy function room. The food was just like the food.
Super boilerplate, isn't it?
And then, like, I'd been 18 for like the majority of the school year. It's like, it didn't even feel like that much of a novelty getting like drunk and all the rest of it. And I think I was sick of the sight of half of them as well at that point. Classmates.
The one near IKEA.
Aye.
And we can probably go there this weekend. I might have a little
Yeah.
drive by, have a look.
Not even like, I didn't even get that mortal drunk. It was just like a crap vibe all night. Anyway, that was my prom.
I was scared of being the guy. Oh, you see Wilbourn, he's sick all over himself at the. So I was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why were we talking about that? Oh, because we're talking about Moss Bros. Yeah. Anyway, after all this, Sarah Schreiber's trying to chat to Zaria ahead of her title match tonight in the NXT parking lot. Why did she betray Sol Ruka last week? And Zaria says, if you really need to ask that question, you just don't get it. DarkState aren't happy. The NXT GM, whose name escapes me actually right now.
It's Robert Stone. And the SmackDown one's Nick Aldis as well.
Thanks. He says that they're angry, obviously, with Tony D. He says he hasn't got here yet. We can't do this in the parking lot, guys. Get inside. And they go inside. because they said they're going to get their hands on Tony one way or another. And once they do that, Tony arrives and pulls out a crowbar out of his car boot.
You got excited about that, didn't you?
And I was like, business is back, baby.
So it went away. You admit it?
No, just business back again this week.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Out comes Blake Monroe to cut a long promo on Jaida Parker. She talks about Jaida targeting her, interrupting her on her return. She said, when that happened, I expected to feel disrespected. When she cost me this speed match against Thea Hale last week, I expected to feel rage. I expected to want to tear her apart piece by piece. But what she felt was revealing. She realized that Jaida Parker needs Blake Monroe. You can paint it like a rivalry, but that's not the case. She's just confirmed her value. The biggest thing a woman in NXT can do is interrupt Blake Monroe. She is the conversation, the controversy, the standard. When she competes, timelines light up and she is all the talk. They love to hate her more than they love Jaida. Jada's the kind of girl who acts on emotions and asks questions later, which isn't scary. She needs to step up to Blake to be relevant. This division revolves around me, she says. So I'll do a bit of charity when I face her at Judgment Day. No, not Judgment Day, Vengeance Day this weekend. Out comes Jaida Parker. Says, you always talk about Jaida this, Jaida that. All I need to do is slap the taste out of your mouth. That's what I need to do. You're delusional. You've built this fantasy world where wrestling revolves around you. But if that was the case, why you're out here trying to convince everybody of that and how you're important you are? You're scared because underneath that polished little ego of yours, you're not who you think you are. You did one great thing. You run your mouth, but take away the theatrics, take away the hell, ignore everybody that loves to hate on the glamour. All you have left.
All you have left.
All you have left.
All that's left.
All you got left is a mediocre bitch. Blake Monroe slaps Jaida Parker and they get into a big brawl. But Parker's the one standing tall at the end. Hits her with the Hypnotique to close this segment.
What was irritating about how overlong this was,
long.
The more these wrestling segments go over long, the more it's impossible to feel like there's genuine animosity here. You can just picture them reciting the lines to themselves, practicing. It just never. I mean, this is like breaking news, guys. It doesn't feel like a natural, organic conversation in WWE. Well, I mean, that's, you could say that for virtually all of this century. Because I reckon there's probably a little bit of competitive rivalry here, to use a euphemism. I kind of got it at various points. But when you go this long, it's like, Jesus Christ, you're taking the bloody time here. And now, you know what else? I know it's a gimmick and everything. And it's what she's got what's left of her credit in the bank. She can't have this gimmick. Her gimmick undermines her every time she doesn't do something iconic or great. I know other wrestlers have been like the best and whatever. You're going to have to be amazing to do that, Like, say, Kenny Omega is an example, calls himself the best bout machine. It's a bit meta. You could say, the whole point is, you're meant to win in 2 minutes. And I get it. But you can believe it.
Yeah.
If you look at those 2016 to 2018 New Japan matches, I mean, Jesus Christ. It's at a level that I don't think will get repeated anytime soon, if ever. I mean, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. You've earned that. If you're Blake Monroe and your entire persona is based around everyone talking about you, you being like the most fascinating conversation point in all of pro wrestling, and like you're just having a bit of a middling, mediocre, at best NXT run, you just come off so bad. And obviously she can't change it because that would be an acceptance, an acknowledgement that this ain't working out. But the more she keeps saying it, it just sounds like utter drivel. Thought Jaida Parker was stronger here, personally. This Blake Monroe stuff continues to not work. The entire package, it's a shame for her. I think she's made a bad choice.
It felt like when you watched your, not necessarily Lash, but your Lash legends and others going up to the main roster. It's like, there it is, there's your opportunity. And nothing's really happened, has it?
No, she's done next to nothing memorable or good, really, in my opinion. And it feels...
Once Jordan Grace had gone, I mean, that's the one I was thinking of.
Because it feels like Blake Monroe, since joining NXT, you might not like this, Wilbourn. She went to a well-booked company to a not one. And because, I mean, the story that was very perfect, wasn't it? The Tony Storm rivalry. I mean, AEW haven't, to their detriment, you know, and in support of NXT, they haven't knocked out anything half as good as that in the women's division since Monroe's left, you know. But it just felt like, right, that was her moment that she broke through. Right, be a star now, you've broke through. So it just sounds like drivel coming out of her mouth every single week now.
It's too long.
It's an albatross,
Speaking of stars, though, the Vanity Project are backstage with our Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, who's very dejected, obviously, after what happened. They didn't realise. They apologised. They're just such kiss asses for these two. They didn't realise Ethan was going to get himself into an impromptu title match. They were getting ready for their 6-man later on. Ricky's like trying to keep the group together, tells them to focus on their match tonight. Jackson Drake's got his title defense against Cappuccino Jones. And Ricky turns to Page. I'm not sure if there's something in this. Turns to Page, tells him to cheer up, talks about being the greatest North American champion of all time. He knows that Page is going to be a champion again. He says, I'm going to be a 2-time champion at Vengeance Day. But anyway, I need to go and prep for the Absolute Experience. See you later, guys. Tells Page to hang in there. An element here of Page suddenly thinking, why are you only limiting me to the North American title?
Yeah, I suspected last week when I first saw them on screen as a 5-piece, and they were all in good moods. Either they were on the quest for gold, about to get a shot. They all thought they were going to be champions together. I thought, that's money. The very next week, I'm thinking, this ain't for the long term. It's a vehicle to resume the Page Starks rivalry, Saints rivalry. This became yet more apparent last night. Here's as well something. I think Ethan Page has got to be the babyface.
Yeah,
if they're feuding, because not only has Ricky just turned heel in the last couple of months, but is doing not great. He's not like at that level of heel where it's like, God, like Trick Williams. Like, oh, God, you have to turn him face. He's too entertaining. Not with Ricky Saints. Even before that debacle of a main event segment,
yeah,
I'm thinking, you're playing too mid-card cartoon here. You do not feel like a star or a headliner. I understand. I feel like he's overcorrecting, right? Ricky Saints Starks, because his stuff as a babyface felt like kind of boilerplate. I'm passionate. I had to grind for like a decade to get here. It wasn't interesting. It wasn't entertaining. It didn't really feel a la mode. Okay. And now that maybe people were questioning, wasn't this guy really mega charismatic a couple of years ago? And in this heel role, I really feel like he's becoming a bit of a cartoon. And that was before the main event. Good news for him is that he cannot possibly do anything worse in his career. So next week, whatever he does will be an improvement.
What we get out of the commercial break is the new Speeds champion, that being, of course, Ilio Lafleur, Eli Knight, and your favourite, Sidge, Sean Legacy.
Hey, I'm Sean Legacy, and I'll do all kinds of crazy
I talked to Legacy about his match with that bad boy. God, but, yeah. So we've got some pots and pans here. Jasper Troy's here. He walks in, says Keanu Carver's not a threat. More on that later. Troy wants his Speed title back. It's Josh Briggs turned babyface.
I don't know, man.
He's just in the background going, no, those young kids are all right, actually. You've changed your tune.
He's barely been on telly. I've got any idea.
And he says Troy's no longer the best big man in NXT after he lost the title. Anyway, Jasper Troy challenges Eli Knight and Sean Legacy to a triple threat match, and then he's coming for Ilio Lafleur's title.
Yeah, bunch of people doing stuff.
I just was like, oh, yes, Sidge is back tomorrow, and Sean Legacy is back today, and Sean Legacy's on screen. Let's go. Then we got our Speed Tournament semi-final match for the right to face Thea Hale. It was Wren Sinclair versus Nikkita Lyons. Slightly disappointed. They only gave us Nikkita's walk into the ring in a second, and she only spammed about 3 taunts.
If they've told her to slow it down, kid, you're doing too many taunts, I'll be disappointed.
I I can see all three of these taunts, and then I want it to be like, I can rewind that. I got to.
Like starts, like just
we got this stream.
Starts just screaming out constantly. Remember that?
We got this stream next
just
week.
Just sliming out all the time.
Got this stream next week. The gaming lot, where we're all going to be playing the new 2K. And Nikkita Lyons used to be like, Sidge, what are the buttons, mate? I think I'm just pressing taunt here.
That's so childish, bro. But I agree. I wanted more taunts.
We need more.
What does she do, sorry?
do them all. Do them all. I forgot them.
Yeah, the viewers would want to know.
Correct. That's what you did. She better not have got told to slow it down. I liked
Match
it.
was quite fun, actually.
Yeah, it was 2 minutes and nothing.
2 minutes and 56, actually.
One thing about what I miss about Nikkita Lyons is every now and then you get like a 30-second Evolve clip come up on the For You tab on X, and she'd be like walking into shot of other people's promos, annoying them by singing at them.
Singing was the good.
And then like dancing away from them and like just sliming out at the same time.
Class.
I know this is such a.
What we're saying is stop booking her in matches, have her in backstage.
Yeah,
segments
exactly.
more.
Yeah.
Happy for Wren Sinclair though. She won the match. Lyons looked like she had in control. She hit a fisherman suplex early on for a 2 count. But Wren Sinclair fought back, running clothesline. She drop kicked Nikkita to the floor. But as they get back in, there was a nice spin kick to the face by Nikkita Lyons. But she gets sent shoulder first into the post. And Wren Sinclair, with the final wrench, cattle mutilation, gets the submission victory with 4 seconds left.
Wrench.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a WWE speed match. You go into it thinking, yes, white hot sprint. And then you end up getting slightly faster than normal. Yeah. What do you want to say about this?
Happy. We like Wren Sinclair.
Do you like Wren Sinclair? Do. But she's above the speed title.
Yes, but I think I can see where they're going with this now. It might be Thea Hale, but if not, if it's Wren, you get Wren and Fallon. Look.
You can't even see that Tony D's not in the Mafia anymore.
What are you talking about? Wren wins the speed tournament, No One Contenders tournament, faces Fallon, and what does that do? Oh, look, there's Kendall Gray in the same sphere as Jacy Jayne, hopefully just in time for... We'll see. We'll see because of what happened a little bit later. Joe Hendry runs into Myles Borne backstage, and Hendry, from one champion to another, congratulates him. He says he's glad to see Ethan Page knocked off his perch. Myles puts over that Chronicle thing they did for Joe Hendry last week, called it Inspirational. Hendry says, I've been through a lot, but nothing compared to what you've been through. Myles says, it's not all that bad. One of the good parts about being deaf, I won't have to listen to Ricky Saints' absolute experience. And Hendry goes, yeah, man, it's going to be so bad, I wish I was deaf. And good stuff here, because Myles Borne's like, all right, man, that's a bit far. And he's like, I got you. Because that's the whole thing, isn't it? Like you say, of us being like, you're right to joke about that, but he clearly is. Yeah.
No, it's good stuff.
It's such a relief, because remember when they first
Joe's
started
kind of
it?
panicked.
Yeah.
So, when you think you just crack past the boundary a bit much and you get confident, then you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
His acting was quite
We're
good.
mates, aren't we? So I can say that. Maybe sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah. Kelani Jordan is in an NXT Underground match at Vengeance Day this weekend. So who better to go train with than star of the Elimination Chamber 2020, of course, Shayna Baszler. Great to see her back here. Kelani Jordan was put through her paces by Shayna Baszler.
It's been 6 years, mate.
Huh? Still.
6 of them. Jesus.
She eliminated everyone else in that match and punched a ticket to WrestleMania for an obvious title win. What the hell happened? It's like, I wanted to go over old ground. I'm still annoyed about it.
You do want to go over old ground. Yes, you do. This is your life.
I was thinking about when Ilya Dragunov didn't drop the title to Tony D, and then Showed up on Raw anyway as well, but I want to.
I mean, you know, you could cheer yourself up by watching a class triple threat match, maybe.
No, I've been told they're not all good. She warns her about Lola Vice, but Kelani Jordan gets the better of her near the end. I like Kelani Jordan a lot.
I don't.
Why not?
I mean, some of her moves make no sense, and
More of a Lola Vice guy, are you?
one could say yes. Actually, I remember that initial heel promo when she was like a mildly inconvenienced customer on the phone to customer support.
Yes.
She's got a handle on it actually a little bit more since then. I mean, none of these people, like very, very few of these people move me at all. It's nothing personal against Kelani Jordan. It's NXT.
Well, look at that's what you smooth the edges out in developmental, then you get Trick Williams and Stephanie Vaquer on the main roster.
I'll give you Trick Williams.
And Stephanie Vaquer.
I would shut up, man.
Champion.
She did as much development in AEW as she did NXT. She's there for a cup of coffee. Oh my God, that Liv Morgan line, by the way. Jesus Christ, what are they thinking? I love how they've just basically gone full edgelord chud. It's like, it's WrestleMania, what do we need to do? Let's chud out.
I'm chudding out.
I'll just chud out over here and call it like, ooh, edgy. You know, it's my fault, you know. We were previewing Raw on Monday, and I said about CM Punk and Roman Reigns, you know, I'm getting bored of the whole edgy line, back and forth. Edgy line, back and forth. But these two have got a kind of a weird history of backstage. What's going on there? Maybe let's bring it to light. And a stupid idea that was. That segment was crap. I look forward to telling him he's wrong imminently.
Tatum, Paxley and Izzi Dame face to face. Izzy's very confident here, of course, because if Tatum lays a finger on her, that match is gone from the weekend.
This is awful.
No Nico Vance's a wild card. No Spearsy. But there was Dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy says, look, when you were running around with that chainsaw, I was the one who took advantage and won the North American title.
What a stupid show this is.
That's a great line, that, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
She talks about how Lyra's left her. Izzy left her. She's a shell of who she used to be. She's pathetic. She's incapable of being fixed. But Tatum, Izzy, nothing lasts forever. All the pain and manipulation is going to end. I thought winning that title would be the best day of my life. It wasn't. Not compared to when I take the not compared to when I take the North American title from you. You'll learn that I'm not meant to be played with. And then Tatum hands Izzy a doll and she walks off and Dame loses her mind and trashes the whole thing. She's in her head.
I mean, this is abysmal.
Not for me.
Get to the point with this. It's been rubbish every second of the way.
We'll be reviewing it on Monday. What?
Are we?
Yeah.
I thought, you said we weren't doing one.
No, I said we don't have to do a preview on Tuesday because we've got the stream. So instead, we'll treat them to a Vengeance Day review.
It's Saturday or Sunday night.
Who cares?
Tell us the answer.
Saturday, I think.
Right, okay.
Let me double check.
Please, because means I can watch it at my leisure to an extent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be an early night, that as well. Jesus, Saturday. It's my eldest's birthday. He's in year 6. So it said he can get like a few of your mates from school around. There's going to be 7 of them.
Jesus.
7 year 6 kids. Oh, God. He's had 3 of them over once, and that were hard work, that.
I worked out yesterday that stand and deliver that'll tick over into Easter Sunday, which means I can have Skittles Chewies with it.
That's good.
So
one of them tries to mug me off, actually. And,
one of his mates?
Yeah. And guess what?
Let's go to the dartboard and see how clever he looks.
Well, I've already embarrassed him at that. Garden. Pray that weather's dry. Because you know when there's
this weekend?
Yeah.
Let me have a quick look.
Loads of torrential rainfall over the course of like a month. It takes forever for your garden to get dry. It's still a little bit damp. I'm going to organise a penalty shootout. and I'm going to embarrass them all. I'm going to embarrass a bunch of 11-year-old boys. Okay?
Well, it's going to be 15.
Because I'm a man who loves to... No. But
15 degrees tomorrow, so it might dry off there.
Okay, cool.
And then Saturday, sunny intervals.
I am going to absolutely wallop. I'm spraying balls in all afternoon.
So you've gone from Michael Sidgwick this weekend to Michael Owen
Yeah.
in quick succession.
You shouldn't have woken me off.
Yeah, well done. He's
Oh, he was 11.
Yeah. Hey, kids, you think that's cool? Check out what I do with this apple as well, because I've got the confidence. Francis is going to get pissed off at me if I hit the wall, but if I can get it straight in.
Yeah. No,
Crunch.
how they're going to get any better? How they're going to learn?
Yeah.
Do this thing with James and I'm playing with him in the garden, right?
Was this one you told me about the other day?
Which one was this?
The one where you were like...
Which psychological
dunno,
breakdown was this?
You tell me. I've got ahead of myself here.
Because if it's not this one, you tell him the other one.
Okay.
If you can remember. So I try and psych him out, right? I'm just teaching him techniques.
Hey?
Sidgwick's psychological warfare.
Yes,
corner.
on my own son. So in the garden, got the goal. Start doing some keepy-ups, right? And then I'll say, James, power shot's coming. Power shot's coming your way. Power shot's coming your way. I'll get the leg, like really sort of lean back on it. Feign that I'm going to just let it go like across me for the half volley techers. Just like take his face off. Right, and then just side foot, side netting. Psychology. Yeah.
Which side, though? Other side, then.
No, the inside side
Yeah,
net.
yeah. Clarify.
Full accuracy.
Boom.
Full accuracy, obviously.
Break the neighbour's window.
Boom.
Wallet.
Deliberate miss. How about that?
Full accuracy.
No, there's one.
So then that's how so lesson learned. You got made a fool off there. However, sometimes the striker's eyes will be false.
Yeah. I think the one you told me about was where you and your daughter were taking shots, but James only has to save yours.
Yes.
So gotta
Because
keep
the
his head in
idea
game.
being like you'd have a fit if his younger sister scored against him. So like, these ones don't count. She can have a little fun thinking she scored past you, but then you just saved mine. And the second you went to pick the ball, just mine count. The second that he picks the ball out for her shots, I'm bang, crunch. So he said these one counts. So well, the FA have recorded it now. It's 4-0. So Sue.
Anyway.
Makes us feel like a big man.
What we got next on NXT? It's our boys Shiloh, Hill, Hank and Tank. All our boys actually all here. Shiloh Hill, Hank and Tank versus Vanity Project. That being, of course, Jackson Drake, Brad Baszler, and Ricky Smokes. They jumped. Vanity Project jumped the babyfaces during their entrance. And that, I think, takes us to a break. When we come back, that bad boy, Kelani Carver appears. Tells Booker T to tell his boy Jasper Troy to keep Carver's name out of his mouth. Heels are in control, but then Ricky Smokes gets sent into Tank's exposed stomach. They're doing the Belly Boys bit. They all hit scoop slams to the babyfaces, Hank, Tank, and Hill in stereo. Hank, though, chases Smokes around the ring, and as Ricky gets back in there, Baszler hits a running knee strike to take over, and Tank gets pulled to the floor and crushed with the steps as we take a break. There was a bit in here. Where was this? There was a bit in here where they did a copy of when they won the tag titles, where Brad Baszler just sort of collapsed onto someone and almost won the match, which I liked. I can't remember where that was. There's a hot tag enemy after another break. Shiloh Hill runs wild. He hits a double back splash for a 2 count. Goes after Jackson Drake. But Drake hits Hank. It looked like a burning hammer or something like that anyway. But Drake gets dropped with a boss man slam. Hank and Tank stereo dives to the floor. And Shiloh Hill hits that pop-up neck breaker to pin the Evolve champion, Jackson Drake, 1, 2, 3.
That sets up a match there.
Yeah.
Fun.
Shiloh Hill running wild's always a good laugh. Isn't
Honestly, I thought Tank looked the business here.
it? Yeah.
He had a good individual showing here. I really like Tank. Hank, to a lesser extent, yes, and I like them together. But Tank.
Tank always, whenever he's on screen,
So explosive, like he's a maniac.
great on promos.
Yeah, I really like that dude.
Also, weird timing. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you're just like, oh bloody hell, he's been the Charlotte Hill's got a big win there. Suddenly, Blake Monroe's back out there, but this time she's all in black, and she says, "You did it, Jaida. Congratulations. I guess you got what you wanted. You truly did bring the hell out of me. This ends at Vengeance Day in a street fight." And then Jada's out there again and have to be pulled apart.
Again, this Twitter bubble crap doesn't matter at all. But it ain't going to be the Hollywood ending, is it? Like, it's that prescient promo from Tony Storm. I sentence you to a lifetime of mediocrity. Like, Jesus Christ. Do I feel sorry for her? I don't really have a heart, so maybe not. I am empathetic. I do have empathy deep down. It's just harder. When you see it, when you look out the window, it gets harder, you know? State of the world. She had
Sometimes when I look on the internet, it gets harder for me.
I was about to make a really salient point. You're talking about you f***ing stiffy.
What are you talking about?
She is being cursed a bit.
Yeah.
Because
Hey, he's back in the game, isn't he?
we did say it'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
There's a way it could work, there's a way it couldn't. He's not doomed. He's back in the game. People like him now.
Curse works.
Indeed. In a medium that never ends, and you get tired of everyone. Like I'm bored of Hangman Page and Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy now. That's less than ideal.
Yes.
Because I've been in it 7 years, you know?
Yes, yeah.
In a medium where everyone gets bored of everyone, right? Everyone. The Rock famously would like flip-flop face and heel quite quickly. I know Attitude Era was like this, but you know, people resented him. Like The Rock.
Yes.
I know the feeling.
Yes, you do. Blake Monroe had what was then a luxury and is now feeling like a curse of having, and the NXT lot used to get this in the network days to a degree, but even then they had to get exposed on the main roster. There's no such thing as the territory thing where it's like, you come in, you've got a role, here's your story, get out. It hasn't existed since the 1980s, that. It somehow happened in one company. Like an actual beginning to end character arc. It just doesn't happen. And because it was so refreshing, and because there were bad moments you can pick at here and there, but it's generally considered a phenomenal success. Didn't outstay its welcome. Was one of the best written stories in AEW history of the modern era, really. I mean, watch out for that shoe, the heel turn. It was magnificent. And now, because that run will only get better. A, the worse this gets, and B, the further you are removed from it. Because that's what happens, you know? I mean, you forget how crap some of the Austin McMahon stuff was because you just remember the highlight reel, you know? Like, she had the best run, really, of any AEW person because it didn't feel like there was a single low light. And now when she's just doing crap or mediocre or less than, it's just going to look all the worse for her. I feel sorry for her, really.
Yeah. Lola Vice is in Dr. Martin's office. She's got a stress fracture in her right hand. Talking about surgery. She could risk being out of action for 6 months, permanent damage. But Lola says she can't go away. She's got lots of big opportunities coming her way. She wants to be on Stand and Deliver. She signed this waiver to say, look, I'll compete in the underground match. I know what the risks are. And she's finally going to shut up Kelani Jordan on Saturday.
Yeah, they're giving the match a thread. And the first one was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I don't like these underground matches, though. And since we're not previewing it, I'll tell you why here. The stamping on the sides, the clapping on the sides. What was that?
She's got one of the 3 lethal elements you can use in an NXT underground match.
She has got ass. So,
well, obviously, you know what beats that, don't you?
Brick or crowbar? Which
Crowbar
one?
is brick, followed by ass, followed by crowbar.
Yes, of course. It just... WWE can't do anything like that. They can't produce it. It's not Bloodsport. It's just WWE production just will swallow all of it up.
What would you say though, Sidge? To
Oh, of course. I would
Crowbar,
just
if he
say,
was
like,
being
God,
a
if you
bit,
did
like,
something that I thought was beyond the pale, I'd say, "Are you out of your mind, Grover?"
It's been a long while.
I love saying it. I'm going to say it again. "Are you out of your mind, Grover?"
That's your like. Oh, I feel better for saying that. Mine
Yeah.
is that bad, boy. And Andy said it the other day, and he went, "That does feel nice saying that.
Yeah.
Actually, just try it at home. Go on, try it now.
do it with some.
Feels good, doesn't it?"
Yes.
Cyrus Griffin's been laid
That-
out.
Bad. I can't do it.
Go on, you can do it.
No, I might practice later.
You should practice now if you want.
That bad boy.
Wilbourn, you do Crowbar.
You out of your mind, Crow. It's good stuff.
It's good stuff, isn't it?
It's all good stuff.
Prior to this, by the way, Cyrus Griffin's been laid out.
Like how we've just kind of stitched a bunch of like pull strings into our backs, and now we can just come in and pull them, and
Yeah,
that's our lives. And
we're pulling ourselves off, really, if anything.
yeah,
Griffin says Tony D's attacked him in the back. DarkState are furious. Dion Lennox is storming out to fix this right now. Then we got the Lola Vice Dr. Scene. But Dion's out there and he says, "Tony, let's get straight to it. You're trying to box with DarkState. Bring your ass out here." And there's the Don in the crowd firing back at Dion Lennox. Good to see him, wasn't it?
yeah. Even if you like think about his theme, right? It's different. It's this weird kind of serious, pole-faced, almost like the symphonic metal thing. Like, jun, 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 jun. It's not really mafia, is it?
Oh, Dion, how's it feel? The hunter has become the hunted. I know the feeling, because you're the one that caused the downfall of my life last year. Oh, you had to take out one of the most powerful men in NXT. Congrats. You may have killed that man. Oh, but I came back a different, more dangerous man. I told you exactly what I was going to do. Oh, I took you out one by one. Now it's time for me to destroy those dreams of yours.
Lying!
I lost where I was for a second there. Time for me to destroy those dreams of yours. I'm going to kill it. Saturday, it's called Vengeance Day. How poetic. Oh, because that's the day I cash in on my final promise of destroying DarkState by taking you out. Dion's not happy, saying what you did to me and my brothers, costing our tag team gold, taking out Osiris, trying to put me on the shelf. I'm fighting for 4 of us on Saturday. And there's a Tony D-sized speed bump in my way. It's going to get ran right over. And then there's going to be nothing standing in my way of becoming NXT champion. Main event of Stand and Deliver's got my name on it. The DarkState takeover is far from over. On Saturday, you better be ready for the moment you step foot on this damn property, because I'm going to be waiting for your ass in the parking lot. It's on site. And security gets involved. He's like, no, he's going to get what's coming to him on Saturday. Tony, oh, I'll be ready, Dion. Ready to whip your ass in the parking lot, drag your lifeless body to this ring, and beat you in front of everybody. Because on Saturday, one of the 2 reasons I came back to NXT will be completed. One of the two. He said one of the 2. What's the other reason?
He said all along that there's a second reason, but we won't find that out until he deals with the DarkState problem first.
He's going to win the NXT title, Stand and Deliver, at the one that we're not at, isn't he?
I hope so for you.
I mean, I'd be happy, but come on, guys.
Should have drawn a crowd.
He just wants his own weekend. It is also more than likely that also the NXT talent were like, "We're not doing that call time again, boys. That was ridiculous."
Oh, they do what they're told.
No. It's talent. But also, if he wins, maybe he'll just go to WrestleMania weekend to celebrate. So, please.
Yeah.
Good stuff, this.
Yeah. It's got DarkState in it.
Yeah, but you got a person you can get behind to get rid of those losers.
Exposition Sting.
In the darn. Exposition. What do we get next? Oh, Sarah Schreiber's backstage with Jacy Jayne, who's feeling pretty bloody confident, understandably, really. I like Jacy. She's smart. She's like, Why have I got to worry about my title defense? You know, see what happened last week. Oh, I wonder if someone's going to get involved this week. But then she's also a bit like, but where's Sol Ruka? Because I know what's about to happen, but where is she? Come on. She says, look, it's smooth sailing to stand delivery. Yo. Myles Borne is chatting with Tavian Heights and Charlie Dempsey. Those boys go way back, obviously. The NQCC times. Dempsey says, come on, Borne's a champion. We're just kind of spinning our wheels here. Tavian's like, come on, mate, don't kill the vibe. Cheer up. But the real stars walk in. The birthright. There's Lexis King.
Your eyes light up, aren't they?
You got your man from your Iconners, is it? From Chase U, which is now presumably, if I've got this right, Mr. Chase sits in a room with one other student to teach them now at Chase U.
Like, it's more like a private tutorial. Chase private lessons.
And that student is the prom king and the head boy.
Yeah.
Yes, that head boy. Adam Wilbourn. What do you have to do as a head boy?
I had to get some boring meetings with like the local community leaders, things that not much really. Do the odd.
My mate was a head
speech
boy at school, and he did nothing.
No, it wasn't really. It wasn't certainly what they weren't entrusting us with like big things.
Yeah.
I don't even remember organising the prom that much, to be perfectly honest. So maybe I just forgot about all that and left it.
Did you have a date for the prom?
God, no.
I did, but it didn't work like that for ours.
Oh, it did for ours. I just... Come on.
You're a tall, handsome guy with lots of charisma and a sense of
didn't
humour.
have my glasses to distract from my boring face
Ah.
back then.
Okay.
Take these off. That plain, boy.
Nowadays, people are so used to the glasses
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? When
that you
people-
can't.
Pamphlet hates
I
it.
can't. It's like that mole boy.
I don't even like it when I like catch sight of myself in the mirror when I've been to play like five-a-side or whatever.
They don't come off my face, and they never will at this point. I would surgically graft them on if I could.
Like, if we're on holiday, I'm like...
Bury me in my glasses. When I die.
I need to know that we're going somewhere where if I'm going to wear... Like, I'm wear sunglasses. I haven't got prescription. But I need to know we're going to be somewhere where I can wear my sunglasses the entire day. I don't want a moment where I can have to take my sunglasses off and then just be
It's like,
sans glasses.
yeah, but when you let's take your glasses out with you.
It's a pain in the arse, isn't it? You get sand in them and that. I don't like that. But I also... But
prescription sunnies.
I should really just do that because, yeah, I wear my contacts with my sunglasses. So if I didn't, it'd just be like glasses, and then the rest of the time would be me wearing my sunglasses and bumping into things or going, what time is it? I can't see that clock from here. Aye. Do they do good prescription sunnies now? Because I remember when I first looked at them, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I've got aviators.
Oh, fair.
No, they've got a good range.
Let's get my eyes tested again. I think they've got worse.
No, I've done all right with that recently. They're very intense, though, aren't they, opticians? You should get it done more for this reason. Well, don't tell us the reasons, dickhead. I'll never come back.
I don't like the bit.
Dumb. Obviously sat here,
Now we're going to blow some air into your eyes. Oh, cool. That won't feel weird at all.
I get it. You don't
Also,
know
why
what's
can't
them
we
going.
look at some like nude ladies or something for us to check the focus of her eyes? Why has it got to be like a boring hot air balloon? Have we just come up with a new...
No, you're doing we.
Popticians. It's like, can you see that? One or two? Two, probably.
Faptician for you.
Imagine that, though. One or two. One or two. Two. Me too.
What?
They're showing two different
Birds.
Leerdales. One or two. One.
And they just dream her out. Take them both because I'm hardcore. Both look good to me. No, Mr. Wilbourn, what's the clarity? I've got post-nut clarity right now, I'll tell you that for nothing. No, the clarity of the vision.
I know, man. Their booking's gone to pieces since all those injuries got them. No, sir, we're not talking about not everything's wrestling, Mr. Hamlet. Right, where are we? Oh, Birthright area. That was it. That reminds me of something, actually. They're like, time's ticking for you to join the group. Is it? Why? What's? Is there a deadline for this sort of thing? Like, if you don't join, what happens in the set time period? Your icon has had ages to decide. Why suddenly Charlie Dempsey being put on the... Anyway, your icon is like, yeah, it's class being in this since I joined last week. It's been amazing. Tavian says, Tavian's thick. Basically goes, hey, Charlie, you wouldn't join this bunch of clowns, would you? Yes. He's going to. Ariana Grace tells Charlie all of his friends have moved on from him. Maybe it's time for him to do the same thing.
No.
But it reminds me, actually, it was, I know he's going to be here in a bit, so it was Stax' birthday yesterday, shoot birthday.
Oh.
So I've got him a present from all of us, but I've left it. I'm going to go and get it. So when he gets here...
Those leftover tea bags you brought into the office.
No, that's just for you lucky people.
All right, okay.
So I'm going to go
Basically
and...
scraping your cupboard.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm grateful. I got nice herbal tea.
Brought all those
So
sweets
thank
in.
you for that.
Brought all those sweets in as
Yeah,
well.
it wasn't on the goodness of your heart, though.
What do you mean?
So because you've...
Just to avoid temptation.
Yes.
Fair. I'm going to go and get this present. I'm wrapped
I had
it.
the last ones, by the way.
What did you have?
Such a fat bastard. I don't even like Parma Violets that much.
It was so funny. So I brought this box in of like, it was a box that you can buy with like all the mixed sweets in, but it was also just like,
Your stash.
Yeah, I'm a sweets guy. And I was like, what do you do for an addict? You got to just clear everything out, basically. Just crunch, put it all in that thing. And like, there was like lollies and there's, I don't know, laces or whatever in there. And then like...
Haribo.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Maoam bits and what have you. 2 days after that. Does anyone want any Love Hearts? Or Parma Violets? Not really, but...
But yes.
Yeah, eventually I'll get desperate enough.
At the last Parma Violets today. Felt pitiful.
So anyway...
Just like
right.
a big Parma Violet, that was always in there. The bigger ones.
Are they bigger ones?
Well, you see, you got them little ones that you get in the pack there.
Yeah.
It's not the actual size. They normally come in like a soft mint size.
Ooh.
Parma Violet.
Just very floral in it.
So I'm going to go and get Stax' present.
Right, okay.
To make sure I'm here when he gets back. You talk about your thoughts on the future of the Birthright and I know Charlie Dempsey's decision, I suppose. I'll be back in a sec. I won't be long.
Right, okay. I've got nothing to say about that, so soccer tangent. I was furious with myself this morning. Do you want to know why, dear listener, come viewer?
Yes,
well,
I do, Michael.
Hi. I frequently, and I know this is appalling behaviour, I don't really see it as appalling behaviour myself, that's why I do it. I sometimes bet against Newcastle, okay? The idea being, gutted that my team loses, but I've made a couple of quid, what have you. So usually, if I'm feeling a little bit flush in the old Sky Bet account, I'll put in a decent chunk for not much of a return. It's called Double Chance, where you bet on Man United or draw, and basically, it minimises the pain of like, you get a point, but it was a last-minute equaliser, were conceded, you know? Why? And I know he's on a streak, but that's not the only reason. Why didn't I pick Man U to win and Sesko to score? It is guaranteed. Guaranteed. I know it's not just because he's in form either. It's just what would happen to us regardless. So, yeah, I was very preoccupied with that thought all day, to be honest. And that brings then to soccer tangent, because football's just depressing us. I'm really trying not to think about it at the moment. Hey, Staxy!
Where's Hamlet today?
He's skiving doing something or other. Wilbourn is, he's probably still having this affair that he's trying to hide.
I think I saw him actually the other end of the office getting some stuff. He definitely wasn't with another lady.
Oh, right, okay. Was he not?
No, never has been, never will be.
How do you know? Do you follow him around at all times?
Well, we talk sometimes, so I can send him details of what he got planned for the old showski.
Okay. It just seems like Sounds very much like you're an alibi. You're just volunteering some information in a way that doesn't feel organic at all, which in itself leads me to be suspicious. Who cares about all that? Happy belated birthday, Stacks.
Thanks, Sidgy. Pretty good day, let me tell you.
How did he celebrate?
I got a blowy.
It's like, it's witless.
But you know what I'm celebrating today, Sage? Stop Bad Surface Day. So all this bad service that everybody...
Bad surfaces, like, that's...
No, service.
All right, we'll say it properly.
Stop Bad Service Day.
Okay.
These people, they don't treat you well. They're like waiters and waitresses. Sage, I've definitely asked you this before, but what's the deal with waitresses, huh?
They are, I think serving staff is what gets used more, but a waitress would denote a female who takes your orders, makes sure that you're having a good customer experience. Serves you food, asks you if it's nice, it's hard graft.
Thankless.
I say thank you and I tip. I will say, do you know what annoys me? It's like they've got I know the job, and they've got the your duties and when and how to do things and da. So it's just that it's them getting told, this is how you do it. This is when I want you to do it. Yep, I'm just collecting the paycheck, whatever. The second the food comes out, it's on the table. They go, right. Come back in 2 minutes. Is everything okay with your food? I've barely tasted it yet, and it's literally in my mouth right now. Just give it a minute. Just some advice.
Exactly. I mean, let me tell you, Sid, it is exhausting going down on a waitress. She's always asking me, how's everything tasting after 5 goddamn seconds? 3 jokes, 3 questions for you.
Good stuff. Oh,
what is the difference between a waitress and a toilet?
Right. I have to be really careful here. I don't even know if I want to access your mind to even guess this punchline. Oh my God. What? Set up again.
What is the difference between a waitress and a toilet?
God. Oh, God. I don't know.
What's the difference between a waitress and a toilet? A toilet's only expected to deal with one asshole at a time, huh? Be nice to waitresses. They're not a goddamn piece of meat, huh? Question joke number 2. What is the difference between a Christmas dinner and a Hooters waitress?
Christmas dinner. Oh, okay. Set up one more time.
What is the difference between a Christmas dinner and a Hooters waitress? Huh? You got a Hooters in Newcastle, right?
I wouldn't know. I've never been.
Pretty good from what I've heard from Willie.
Oh, has Willie gone to Hooters?
Ask him.
I'm going to. I'll be amazed if stuffing isn't in the punchline. Set up one more time. I'm trying to.
What is the difference between a Christmas dinner and a Hooters waitress?
Something to do with stuffing.
Good night, right? What is the difference between a Christmas dinner and a Hooters waitress? One is all pork and turkey, and the other is all talk and perky. Question joke number 3. I gotta say very quick, happy birthday, by the way, to Hamlet's wife, Adele. Happy birthday to Hamlet's wife.
Happy birthday, Adele.
Big fan of the show, I know. But enough about Hamlet's wife. What about Hamlet's mom? What does Hamlet's mom and a waitress got in common?
Both good at cleaning up spills.
Good night, right? What does Hamlet's mom and a waitress got in common? They both like a huge tip from me. See you later, guys.
Excellent. That's good stuff. I'm crap at. I think I'm gassed as well, but I'm crap at the old conferring without Michael Hamlet. Anyway, we were up to the birthright or something. I don't know. It's got Lexus King in it. How good's that ever going to be? Anyway. Bye, Stacks, buddy. Belated happy birthday.
No, you're joking. Have I missed him?
You have. What were you going to get him?
New fedora.
Is that his old fedora?
No, I've got a new one. It just looks similar to that one. I thought, take it back to what he used to. Remember when he used to have this red one? I've missed him. I'll post it out to him or something.
Just his old hat.
Never be accused of being that. How is he? All good?
No, he was in rare form. He had a good birthday.
Good. What happened? What did he get up to?
He got a blowjob.
Nice.
Asked him how he celebrated. That's how he answered. He also asked me to ask you, why have you been to Hooters in Newcastle?
Oh, I go for the breasts. The chicken wings. That's what I go for.
Okay.
I went on a stag do. Wasn't my choice.
But if you're in Newcastle, wouldn't they have asked you for the recommendations, considering you live up here and you have done for several years, and you'd be the guy to go for recommendations?
I just point him in the right direction. So if you want. So we had the NXT Women's Championship match next on NXT.
Oh, are you doing a recap here?
Yeah.
I was going to check Twitter. What a waste of time this was.
It's good stuff, this. It was Zaria taking on the leader of Fatal Influence, of course. Not Fallon Henley or Lainey Reed. I'm talking, of course, about Jacy Jayne. I did like the fact that Jacy Jayne was still looking around for Sol Ruka as the bell rings, being like, I'm going to have to actually wrestle this match. And yeah.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, do I have to watch 10 minutes of this before it gets thrown out?
Could be a title change.
Oh, really? We've just watched it.
Zaria chokes her in the corner. Jacy Jayne rolls out to the floor. But the heels use the distraction.
There's nothing really going on in the world.
Henley distracts Zaria long enough for Reed to save Jayne, pulls her out of the way of a spear, and Zaria crashes into the ring steps as we go to a break. When we come back, Zaria hits a superplex. They're both down. There's some running elbows in the corner. Suplex clothesline for a 2 count. Zaria's getting frustrated. Chucks her around with some German suplexes. But Zaria runs into a flying knee from Jacy Jayne for a near fall. But as Jayne sets up for the rolling encore, Zaria ducks that. Spear. Goes for a finish, but Jayne escapes and nails Zaria with the rolling encore. They're both down. And here comes finally Sol Ruka to take out the rest of Fatal Influence. And then a double Soul Snatcher. Ref calls for the bell. Ruka poses with the NXT Women's Championship, tells Zaria her soul belongs to her, bitch, and clocks Lainey Reed with the title as well.
I liked it more last week. Well, I would have liked it. I didn't have to watch it in full because I didn't review it. Did I?
Oh, of course, yeah, you weren't here last week.
Was it Dean? Oh, it's
it was
half term. I've got
half-term.
2
I was
half-term
trying to-
days. Bloody hell. But he got his schedule at the minute, haven't I? 2 half-term days, except I'm not going to see the cribs. I'm looking after my children. And, yeah.
So just...
Because last one, I didn't even get the match. That would have been preferable.
Yeah, we did. You got like a 2-second match.
I will,
basically.
yeah, I will say the action here was, strong. Jacy Jayne's good. It was just obviously pointless.
Where is this comment I would like to read out? I think it was on the Raw review I saw this. You'll like this. Tactical Penguin, shout out as always. Hamlet's been putting in work covering for Sidge being a father. Must be about time to take a day off knowing him. How prescient.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I assume they're going to do... That's where it is. I'm trying to work it out. I was like, wait a second. We've got Vengeance Day, Stand Deliver Yo, but haven't we got a roadblock in between a TV special? So I assume they'll maybe do a triple threat there. Because I'm still holding that candle for Kendall Gray getting the title shot at Standard.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But yeah, good soul snatcher to both of them. I like Soul Reaper a lot.
I do.
And then brings us to our main event of the evening.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
It was Ricky Saints' Absolute Experience.
Right, we've discussed this. I'm going to have to be rude and interject.
Yeah, just jump in whenever you need to.
I need, because I don't have the best memory. I should have taken some notes, really, but I'm going to be bothered. It's too busy walloping in free kicks. So
this stool mic, it's the full rock concert look, basically. And Ricky says, "Dearly beloved, we're gathered in the ring for a once-in-a-lifetime experience hosted by a once-in-a-lifetime performer. Me. You might have seen me last week on Wild Cards. You know I'm a very talented thespian, amongst other things. Joe's had his concert. I'm going to do the same."
Was this the first point, in the promo where he messes up? Because obviously you can tell the Absolute Experience was explicitly advertised as like, I'm going to do a gig.
No, but it was implied last week.
Because he did say like, I'm a great musician. Because he should have said, I'm a great thespian. I was on the TV last night. I was the best wrestler in the world. And I'm also a musician. I think he just got his words wrong. Maybe, I don't know. That's how he should have done it.
Without further ado, let's get into it. Production lights, and the lights go down. Looks great, obviously. Do you want me to sing, or?
Yeah. He gets a guitar out.
Gets a guitar.
He says, I forgot my pick.
Yeah.
He's already like a little bit shaky.
I can relate to desperation. That's not his song. He says,
Right.
Hold on, there's a lot of songs that I've written. I got confused, sorry.
So he does a very, very cutting edge reference to Sabrina Carpenter in 2026.
The big 26.
What year was Espresso?
2024.
Yeah. Okay. So he starts singing Espresso. Just had like another album out since then.
Yeah.
So, right. Don't get this at all. The general thrust of the bit is this was absolutely horrendous on purpose.
Yes.
Surely.
Crowd hate him. Crowd are booing throughout.
The idea is that he is saying that Joe Hendry's a hack because he's doing his big Joe Hendry parody. This would have scanned a lot better if he was like in a blonde wig or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because instead he was kind of like, anything he can do, I can do better. So I think he was basically saying, look how easy it is to do this. That's the thing. I've got no clue, mate, what they were trying to do here.
Even I don't.
Was it a case he was like being an ass showing heel? Right. And the idea was, anything he can do, I can do better, except I'm rubbish because I'm the heel and he's the cool singing babyface. I know it was meant to be bad on purpose. I know this. And yet, the Sabrina Carpenter thing threw me. It's like, are you taking the mick out of Joe Hendry's parody songs and saying, oh, it's easy to do that, and you're claiming that you wrote those parody songs? At this point, as an NXT audience member, am I meant to know that he does parody songs because he doesn't really do them in the Fed? I was so lost.
Make Joe Hendry disappear. I believe in Ricky. I believe in Ricky.
Booker sings along and pops us. What was so specifically funny about Booker singing along is that everybody else watching this hated it.
Yeah.
And like, not for me, I like it.
He said, that's great, right? That's what we love. Put the picture on the Tron. Make fun of our opponents. You like it.
So Ricky Saints, he's annoyed that people like Joe Hendry for being a meme and singing songs. Okay.
He tries to keep going, but he says, hey, one of you jabron stagehands.
Okay. Right. So he's the guitar which he can't play is deliberately out of tune. Is it?
I don't think he was trying to play any chords, to be honest. I'm
No.
not a guitar guy, but he did look like he was just kind of going...
Yeah. So, and then he's got this really strangled effect on his vocals, as if it's meant... Why? He's trying to perform as if he's dying on stage, but he's also actually dying on stage at dying on stage.
Yeah.
It was the most odd thing. I think it's certainly excruciating. Like, it was just viscerally uncomfortable to watch, right? So the whole bit is, which you'll get into, sorry, I'm stepping on your dick here. It's the only way I can do it, is he keeps saying that, oh no, something needs to change. So he keeps saying, oh, this is wrong, change this, change that. The idea of the stagehand, whose identity will be revealed, has to keep coming on to help him, right? So when he's summoning the stagehand to change something, Ricky Saints uses the word jabron. Later in the segment, he will use jabroni.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think of, Wilbourn, when you hear the word jabron or jabroni?
Hey. You all right?
It is such a great word. It is such a great wrestling insult.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, Nicholas, but there's one guy who said it, popularized it, and brought it into prominence, and it's his. You've got to. The context has to be amazing if you're ever going to use that specific insult, right? The least ideal context imaginable. I'm not even.
Yeah.
There's no exaggeration here. The least ideal context imaginable, to borrow the word jabroni, is when you have already been accused of being like a bit of a rock cosplayer, when you have the same hair he did once upon a time in like 2002, that kind of looked like a similar. He's got the same shirts, the same extravagant wardrobe, and you are doing a rock concert. And you are dying on stage. Like, you are absolutely dying on stage. Even if it comes naturally to you because you like the word or you want to use the word, and use a different one. Use a different word.
Better watching this to Leaving Sacramento. When I watch it almost every year.
Like,
yearly basis.
It's one thing where The Rock basically is probably just, maybe as a hobby, done a month of guitar. Like, taking 3 or 4 lessons to prepare for that bit. So he's not a good guitar player. He can do in time a strum. Dun, 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 just to make the bit work. Ricky Saints was deliberately like torturing it and doing it wrong because this is meant to be like bad on purpose. Wouldn't it just be, and I say this broadly about WWE and NXT generally, wouldn't it be good if it was good?
It achieved its purpose because I was like, please, can we get to the bit where Joe Hendry hits him with a guitar?
If this was meant to be bad on purpose, it might be the most successful segment of television ever recorded.
So yeah, he wants a different chair at this point. Gets a different chair, gets set up again. He says he's got no fashion, no style, makes my eyes hurt whenever I see him wearing that ugly shirt. And that's why I believe in Ricky. We believe in Ricky.
And then he says, do you hear that? I rhymed hurt and shirt.
Yeah, thank you. I know you guys heard that, but I was able to rhyme shirt and hurt. That came to me in a dream last night. Your face.
Oh, I couldn't bear this. And I get the point. The point is, Joe Hendry's lyrics are terrible and shallow, and he thinks he's it for coming up with them. That the crap. But he was so bad at being bad that none of this worked. He was so bad.
To the point where here, he says, no, jabroni, come here, fix this mic. Something's off, I don't like it. Don't know if you guys smell something tangy in the air, but it's you. You stink. Please wear deodorant. So he's just trying to get reactions now.
Yeah.
Because the songs aren't working.
This guy was dying on stage.
The blonde hair, his beard, it does not go. He looks like the guy from the cooking show. Don't believe in Joe Hendry, because he looks like Guy Fieri. That's the joke. They look alike. Don't you love that?
This was absolutely, it was torture, this.
Sorry, this is in time with a tweet that's from @Wiretaup that says, my Blu-ray with the Danielson strap match has started fading from my shelf like the photo in Back to the Future.
I saw that. Absolutely unbelievable. It's like, Jesus, he was Timmy Coopering out. I mean, Jesus Christ. This was absolutely... This is hard to, like, take down and review in, like... You know, like, the best takedowns of, like, bad wrestling segments.
Yeah.
And that's the Wall Brother. Because you can
It's
build...
fun.
It's fun. You can build, like... You can paint the picture of, like, the narrative and how far away he is. You can do something with something like that. I can't do anything with this. I can't.
No.
It was just a guy being bad at being bad.
He talks about Vengeance Days this Saturday, but he wants a different guitar to finish this off. But stagehand.
But even in the universe of the segment, it was a bad performance.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I've got nothing, mate.
It's the layers, right? So he is saying Joe Hendry is bad, right? Ricky Saints. I'm trying to just get this all at once.
Yeah.
I know you haven't finished, and I'm so sorry.
No, we're basically there now.
Yeah. So Ricky Saints has decided to come out and do this experience to come out and take the piss out of Joe Hendry and say that his lyrics are shallow, just like mine. I rhymed hurt and shirt. But also I wrote Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, worldwide international phenomenal pop hit that launched one of the biggest pop careers of the... whatever. These things don't fit together. I rhymed hurt. Those things don't fit together at all. He said he wrote Espresso, and then he's taking the mick out of Joe Hendry by saying, oh, well, I just rhymed shirt and hurt, and it's meant to be clever. Are you good or you bad? If we're going with you bad, good job, because you're bad. And so he's trying to be bad on purpose to take the piss out of Joe Hendry, who he thinks is bad. Job well done, right? Is this bit about how nothing's working for him? I know it's a device to get Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
But in his head, is he just dying on stage, or is this a continuation of the Joe Hendry's so bad that everything just goes wrong when he tries to perform bit?
I don't know.
Or is he just meant to be this total clown who's failing at burying Joe Hendry to the point where all of his...
It's like he couldn't commit to the segment because I'm not saying we could make this good, but I'm saying there's a version of events where he does the song, it gets booed, but he thinks he's nailing it, and then he's like, actually, the best musicians, they've probably got different guitars for different songs.
Yes, like the denial of reality is like, you can't boo me. That was great. It must be the guitar.
Yeah, and then that's when give me the because the next thing that happens is the stagehand goes to give him the guitar but won't let it go, and it's revealed to be Joe, and he cracks him with the guitar. Which I was ecstatic when that happened because I knew this was over.
Honestly, you have to go and watch this for yourself.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm sorry about you watching it, but you do have to see it for yourself.
Chronologically, I want to try and get this right.
So you're going down the line here.
I'm going down the line here. Ricky's saying so good that he ghost wrote Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. Minutes later, he is terrible because he's impersonating Joe Hendry, is dying on stage, at dying on stage. It's becoming a farcical comedy of errors where none of his equipment works. And it's going so bad, but he can't give the audience the catharsis of celebrating how bad it is because he doesn't sell how bad it is. And then he just gets hit with a guitar after saying that the crowd stink because he's getting desperate.
Yeah.
But I thought he couldn't relate to desperation.
I mean, I'm fully baffed.
So he twats him with the guitar, thank goodness. Joe tells him to get up, wants the standing ovation. Here comes the Vanity Project, and they gang up on Joe Hendry. But Myles Borne, his new friend, comes out to help him. He drop kicks Smokes. Hendry hits the fall-away slam into Jackson Drake and Brad Baszler, and they clothesline them over the top rope. And Hendry sends Ricky onto the Vanity Project on the outside to stand tall with North American champion Myles Borne as the show goes off the air.
Again, I feel like professional failure here. I don't think I've conveyed how terrible this was. So I'm going to try just a few more points to make before we wrap up. This dude was legitimately so charismatic and next big thingy at one point in AEW that these NXT fans couldn't wait, because he was more of like a WWE guy than a Young Buck and Ospreay or a Kenny. This Tony fumbled, but that's ironic. My God. Like, desperate for this guy to be the most like WWE size superstar. At one point, people thought this dude was it. So charismatic, genuinely like a piece of ass. Like, good enough in the ring and good at stuff that will appeal to any audience. Like, really good at emoting when he wanted to on his best days. And he seemed to be the complete package, at least an 8 in every single department. I will say, again, I've done a bit of this week, and I know it's insufferable. Bit of back pattern. When he was coming, due on the contract, now he's finally going to make the move, and everyone was getting their Ricky Starks tweet out. And I've tweeted this before he was even like rumored to be leaving. He has been in so many awkward TV segments. My man didn't even lose his glasses. Like the stuff with Edge, like the stuff with, like, I know there were extenuating circumstances, i.e. Kenny Omega nearly died when they did that face-off with Big Bill and Ricky Starks and Jericho and Omega, but he didn't help anyone. Well, that fell flat. This dude can be so awkward. I said it and I meant it, and this is so awkward. Do you think he was trying to be good? Or what?
I have no idea.
What's your take?
I was, like I said, I was astonished by this. I was like, what the hell is happening?
And
I, like I said, I knew it means to an end. I think we even said on the preview yesterday, Joe's going to smash him with guitar.
yeah.
That's the way these things end, to set up the match this weekend. And I was crying out for it after Make Joe Hendry Disappear, I Believe in Ricky. When he's like explaining the joke, I was like, this is off to a bad start. The Sabrina thing, first of all, it was just like, what are we doing?
It's like, if you're going to do the bad singing gimmick, right, go so OTT with it. I know you want mine.
Yeah.
Like
Jimmy Crack Cornette, I don't care. I want an Olympic gold.
Yeah.
I want an Olympic gold.
It has to be listenable on its own terrible terms. Like really irritating melodic earworms that become cheesy one-hit wonders. They're listenable, but they're awful. But like, they're coherently awful, if that makes any sense. This was so incoherent. He was like strangling it out. It's like he could have done a good, bad performance. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. There are terrible popular pop records all the time. They've done it in wrestling a million times. This was unacceptably, incoherently, like, bad as a bit of performance art, as a piece of entertainment. You have to watch it. There are no words for how bad it is.
No. Even Andy was astonished by this when we showed it to him today. But let us know your thoughts on it. Fascinated to know who everyone's thoughts on it, in fact, and where they go from here. Well, I didn't say this weekend, obviously, but let us know your thoughts on everything.
Just do like an intentional voice crack. Like,
Yeah.
actually with gusto,
Yeah.
go, make Joe Hendry disappear. I believe in Rick. Something.
Yeah.
Couldn't even hear what he was singing.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch, they can follow all three of us. You can follow Michael Sidgwick at.
I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm Sidgwick.
You can follow our brilliant producer Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas.
Bad boy.
Bad boy, our producer. You can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. The Dynamite preview is available right now, but for now, this has been the NXT review. My thanks to Sidgwick, to Nicholas, to Stax. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.